So malamang rending-ready na po yung kampo ng mga Duterte, lalo na po si Sara, habang nasa dahig with his time bomb, nuclear bomb na masasabi natin na binitawan po laban po sa kanya ng isang dating close aide. That could possibly result sa total collapse ng political ambition po ni Sara sa pagkapangulo. Kasi first part pa lang ito ng bombshell. Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas. Matindi po itong naging pasabog ng dating close aide ni Sara Duterte nang sabi Bagman na nagpondo ng kampanya ni Sara nang tumakbo bilang vice-presidente. Nang sabi ang pera mula sa pugo at droga. Ayan po. Ex-Bagman alleges pogo operators, drug lords bankrolled BP Sara. At hindi sa maleta ikinakarga kundi dinideliver po. Buong sasakyan, Vios at Grandia po ang dinideliver. Mas matindi doon sa sinabi ni Saldi kong mali-maleta at sa Kanigutesa. Ito Vios at Grandia. Mas malala mga kababayan. Yan yung report ng Billionaire News. A man claiming to be a former bagman of Vice President Sara Duterte has surfaced accusing the country's second highest official of benefiting from support allegedly funneled by drug dealers in pogo operators. O ito po mga kababayan yung in-execute na affidavit ni Ramil Lagunoy Madriaga. Nagpakilalang dating aide ni Sara Duterte. So basahin ko po sa inyo ang kanyang kahindik-hindik na revelasyon base sa kanyang affidavit po. Ayan Sabi diyan, Republic of the Philippines, Taguig City, affidavit, I, Ramil Lagunoy Madriaga of Legal Aids Filipino and with address at care of Annex 2, BGMP, Camp Bagong Diwa, Taguig City, after having been duly sworn in accordance with law, do hereby depose and state as follows. Number 1 pala, educational background po niya. Sabi niya, I took up the College of Law from 1991 to 1995 at San Beda Sebastian College of Manila. The same school mga kababayan ni Sara Duterte. I graduated in 1995 and took the bar examination the same year but did not pass. So, background niya sa serbisyo sa gobyerno. From 1993 to 2001, I worked in the following government offices: Economic Intelligence and Investigation Bureau or EIIB from 1993 to 1995. NSC and ISAP 2001 to 2015. NSC NBI Revenue and Integrity Protection Service 2018 to 2020. Magaling yung mga serbisyo niya mga kababayan sa gobyerno kasi graduate ng College of Law kaya lang hindi pumasa sa bar. At the start of 2016 election, sabi niya, election campaign, then Congressman Roy Ligoles introduced me to the Duterte family to provide political and security advice to then Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. I was also assigned to form groups that would support Duterte's candidacy for president. When Duterte was elected as president, he ordered yung matandang Duterte. He ordered me to serve as counterintelligence agent for the National Security Council as part of the civilian composite member separate from the NSC Secretariat. During that time, I was instructed to provide intelligence information for President Duterte's Oplan Double Barrel. Sometime in 2018, I was formally assigned by President Duterte to work for the Presidential Security Group or PSG in Malacanang to teach tactical driving and strategic transport courses. Ngayon, yung trabaho niya, work with Mayor and Vice President Sara Duterte. So sabi niya sa kanyang affidavit, It was in 2018 that I was formally introduced by President Duterte to his daughter, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte. I was likewise tasked to work for then Mayor Sara Duterte in intelligence gathering involving politics, law, and counterintelligence matters. Sometimes in 2019, I was instructed by then Mayor Sara Duterte to form a group to support her Plan 2022 presidential candidacy. So sabi dito, sometime in 2018, I was formally assigned by President Duterte to work for the PSG in Malacanang to teach tactical driving and strategic transport courses. It was also in 2018 that I was formally introduced by President Duterte sa kanyang anak na si Sara para daw mag-gather ng for intelligence gathering involving politics, law, and counterintelligence matters. Kung makikita ninyo mga kababayan, talagang dinitalye niya yung assigned task sa kanya ng dating Pangulong Digong. Tapos, noong 2019, sabi dito, I was instructed by then Mayor Sara Duterte to form a group support in her Plan 2022 presidential candidacy. Kasi yun ang una. Di ba yung dating slogan nila, Run Sara Run? Originally talaga, ang plano niya tumakbo pagka-Pangulo. In 2020, sabi niya dito sa kanyang affidavit, following the instructions of Mayor Sara Duterte, I formed Inday Sara Duterte is my president ISIP together with her classmates at San Sebastian College of Law where I also graduated in 1995. We were able to register ISIP Pilipinas in the Securities and Exchange Commission with me as national convener. Funding of ISIP was provided by Mayor Sara Duterte along with other support groups. When Mayor Sara Duterte won as Vice President, I was tasked to form the Vice Presidential Security and Protection Group, which was established primarily to provide security and intelligence work for BP Sara. It was during this period that I personally introduced and recommended Colonel Dennis Nolasco to her. Detalyado, mga kababayan, yung kanyang kwento. Colonel Nolasco was one of my students in the Presidential Security Group. At the time, he was the commandant of the PSG Training School. It was Colonel Nolasco who tapped the services of Colonel Raymond Dante-Lachica to head up BPSPG. From July 2022 to April 2023, I worked with Colonel Nolasco and Colonel Lachica. Our work involved tactical transport services, securing BP Sara and other VIPs, conveying highly confidential information, and transporting large amounts of money to several persons as instructed by BP Sara. Some of the work and information that I have personal knowledge of are the following. A. Yung confidential funds 2022 to 2023. Around December 2022, Colonel Nolasco sent me a text message instructing me to see him. I arrived at Ultra Pasig City. At around 1:30 p.m., I stayed with Colonel Nolasco until Colonel Lachica, and the vehicles arrived past 3 p.m. with 4 duffel bags of money. So, una mga kababayan, yung dinideliver nasa duffel bags pa lang. Sunod, nasa kuana po, nasa Bios na at saka Grandia. Matindi, mga kababayan. Kung yung kwento ni Orly Gutesa at saka ni Asaldico, mali-maleta, ito yung mas malala. Grandia na mismo. Bios at Grandia. Ang dinideliver, iniiwan. Yan sabi rito. Colonel Lachica handed to me portions of that money amounting to around 33 million to 35 million per duffel bag to be delivered to various people. One duffel bag of money was for a mayor in Laguna. I personally delivered it to a man in Cabuyao, Laguna, near the industrial park area. Another duffel bag of money was delivered to a comedy bar owned and frequented by SS Law alumni located in the Timog area. When I arrived, ISO OBP spokesperson Reynold Monsayak, former classmate of BP Sara. He signaled for me to go upstairs and leave the money at the office. I followed his instructions and then I left. He did not speak to me. Another duffel bag of money was left in the car, which I drove to the ombudsman parking compound. When I arrived, the guard signaled for me to park in a specific reserved spot, and I placed the keys on top of the left front wheel. After I left, I saw someone retrieve the keys and drive the vehicle away. Well coordinated na mga kababayan, madaling sabi. May clear instruction kung ano yung gagawin. So palaki yung delivery po. Delivery to Santiago family, 80 million pesos daw in cash. Nasa loob ng isang Vios, Toyota Vios. On another occasion, around the same period, I was handed a white Vios by Colonel Nolasco, which contained money amounting to roughly 80 million pesos. So yung dinideliver po, hindi na maleta. Buong sasakyan na, Vios. Colonel Nolasco instructed me to drive it to the parking lot at SM Mega Mall. I followed his instruction, locked the car, placed the keys on top of the left front wheel, and then moved away and waited until someone retrieved the keys and drove off. Same instruction mga kababayan, dating gawi, yung susi ng sasakyan iniiwan doon sa left front wheel ng sasakyan. One day, I saw same Vios being driven by the wife of Ombudsman Prosecutor Ryan Ray, kilala, named Rhea, who was a classmate of BP Sara Duterte at SSC Law, San Sebastian College of Law. So may mga kasabwat mga kababayan, mismong sa opisina ng Ombudsman. Di ba? Kaya pala, malakas yung loob nila, mga kababayan. Gumawa ng mga ganitong may mga planted silang mga tao sa iba-ibang mga opisina. So from 30 million to 35 million to 80 million. Ngayon 1 billion na po, palaki ng palaki yung delivery po. Ayan 1 billion pesos cash inside Super Grandia. Around the first quarter of February 2020, I was instructed by Master Sergeant Canlas, a PSG officer whom I came to know in Davao, to pick up a Super Grandia at Jollibee Kamuning, Quezon City and deliver it to a car wash along Daang Hari, Muntinlupa City. From the meeting point, I was told to proceed to Katarungan Village nearby, where I handed the keys to two men who were inside a black Honda Civic. This delivery was later verified through a call from President Duterte himself, mula mismo kay Digong, who confirmed that the vehicle was received by those two men whose names I can no longer recall. Kagimbal-gimbal mga kababayan. Ang kwentong ito ng affidavit mismo, in-execute na affidavit nitong dating close aide ni Sara Duterte. Cash inside Honda Civic delivered to Santiago family at Jordan Plains, Novaliches, Quezon City. Sometime in January 2022, BP Sara instructed me through a phone call to pick up a Honda Civic containing cash near the Kislap warehouse and deliver it to Jordan Plains, Novaliches, Quezon City, specifically to the house of the Santiago family, which had a green gate and was located inside a gated village. Days later, BP Sara again instructed me to pick up another white Honda Civic containing cash and deliver it to the same house of the Santiago family at Jordan Plains in Novaliches, Quezon City. Hindi sinabi kung magkano yung laman. Basta, ang sabi mga kababayan, ang laman pera. Nakita ninyo? Hindi maleta. Mismong sasakyan ang dinideliver. Sasakyan na may lamang pera. O ito na yung magnetic lifters po. During my meeting with Attorney Manasseh Mans Carpio, husband of BP Sara, at Burgos Circle in Bonifacio Global City, he personally instructed me and my team to pick up the magnetic lifters at the Bureau of Customs. The original plan, however, was aborted because one of President Duterte's men working as intelligence officer tipped us off that the shipment was a hot item and that someone had their eye on the magnetic lifters containing tons of methamphetamine hydrochloride or shabu. I met with Attorney Mans Carpio again at the same place in Burgos Circle, BGC, and I informed him that the shipment was a hot item and was being monitored. He then told me to do what is necessary. We therefore decided to proceed with the usual process of taking it out and facilitate its release from customs under our monitoring. So ito mga kababayan, magtutugma sa mga dating naging revelasyon na tungkol dito sa magnetic lifters na inimbestiga ng Congress at saka ng Senado. So sabi ni Madriaga, after several days, I learned that the magnetic lifters had been released from customs through the efforts of broker Mark Taguba. Ito yung witness mga kababayan na nag-appear doon sa Congress investigation. Ayan si Mark Taguba. Ito yung balita noon ng ABS-CBN. The Manila RTC Branch 46 has convicted alleged customs fixer Mark Taguba and others guilty of violation Section 4 Republic Act number 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act. Sa issue ito magnetic lifter. Ayan Taguba and his co-accused were charged following the discovery of the controversial 6.4 billion shabu hauled from China that slipped past the Bureau of Customs in 2017. Yan yung sa magnetic lifter po na iniimbestiga. O ngayon, ito yung funding from Pogo Operations, Pogo Operators. The funding for the AC Pilipinas National Campaign 2021 to 2022 along with other parallel groups came from Pogo Operators and drug dealers. I was able to identify several of these individuals during my frequent pickups of cash-filled bags at locations such as The Gate in Pampanga, Vertis North Mall and Seda Hotel in Quezon City, in the Grand Hyatt and BCG. Tapos, sabi niya dito, reservation. I reserve the right to submit another affidavit on other matters pertaining to BP Sara Duterte, Attorney Manasseh Mans Carpio, Colonel Dennis Nolasco, Colonel Raymond Dante Lachica, Ombudsman Prosecutor Ryan Ray Kilala, OBP spokesperson Reynold Monsayak, and other persons who were involved in the distribution and delivery of money and other related matters. So ito po, mga kababayan, in-execute pala to November 29 pa 2025, Taguig City. Signed, Ramil Lagunoy Madriaga. So matagal na pala. Mga kababayan, November 29 pa in-execute yung affidavit. Ngayon lang po nilabas niya. Kahapon lang din linabas. So ito yung mga sumisingaw na balita noong mga nakaraang araw na pasabog laban mga kababayan sa Vice Presidente. So itong na nga po, pinasabog na ang isang time bomb ng isang close aide ni Sara Duterte. So kaabang-abang mga kababayan yung mga reactions nito mula sa mga involved na mga personalities na pinangalanan po ni Madriaga. So yun ang ating susubaybayan po sa mga susunod na oras at araw. So malamang rending-rendi na po yung kampo ng mga Duterte, lalo na po si Sara, abang nasa The Hague with his time bomb, nuclear bomb na masasabi natin na binitawan po laban po sa kanya ng isang dating close aide. That could possibly result sa total collapse ng political ambition po ni Sara sa pagkapangulo. Kasi first part pa lang ito ng bombshell. May susunod pa, mga kababayan, na pasasabuging bomba, bombshell, nuclear nuclear bomb itong si Madriaga. Yan I reserve the right to submit another affidavit on the matters pertaining to BP Sara, kasama na yung kanyang asawa si Man Scarpio, pati yung mga nabanggit niya na mga personalities tulad ng OBP spokesperson na si Reynold Monsayak, itong si Colonel Dante Lachica, and prosecutor si Dennis Nolasco, Colonel Dennis Nolasco, and the Ombudsman Prosecutor Ryan Kilala. So kaabang-abang mga kababayan yung mga susunod na araw.